Welcome to the Triple Tape. It is time to enter the war zone, the arena, the coliseum of all your fictional battles that we have came up with in our head. We are gathered here today. I'm Manny.
Frank.
I'm Joseph, and get ready to get mad.
There will be some hot takes. So that's the first thing I wanted to bring up is the fact that there will be a couple of takes that you may or may not find horrendous or even blasphemous.
But Triple Takes is known for their hot takes, though.
I just want to see all of you fighting in the comments. Please and thank you.
So
This man's ready for war.
this is Predator.
Anarchy.
This is obviously, you might be a Marvel fan, you might be a DC fan, you might be whole anime fan, and it's important to know that you don't need to have an argument when you're talking about battles and characters fighting. There are opinions, and you have your own, and you should feel welcome to have them. So, let us have ours, and if you disagree, that's okay.
Disclaimer.
Let's go ahead and start off with our first battle of the day. The one I bring to the table. It's going to be Superman versus Goku.
That's an age-old battle. All right, buddy. I think Superman wins.
Why?
Because even though Goku could, Well, wait. Hold up. Before I say that, which Goku we talking about again?
It would be Super Goku?
Like
Yeah,
Super
where-
Saiyan Goku?
No. Like Dragon Ball Super Goku.
Oh, Dragon Ball Super Goku. Mastered Ultra Instinct?
Mastered Ultra Instinct.
Okay, Goku wins. Because the Ultra Instinct is just busted. You can't even hit him. So this is what it is.
No matter what happens in this fight, I just know I'm collateral damage.
Why's that?
As a regular human, I won't.
Oh,
endure.
like from the battle? Yeah.
Yes.
I had to
For the
think
battle?
about that one real quick. I'm like, what? Collateral damage.
I'd be gone.
I thought you couldn't contribute to the situation.
I can't.
Okay, so what do you think? What do you think
I
is going to win?
think. I don't know. I mean, I would think Goku would win. In my opinion, in my experience with the two characters, I would say Goku would win. And even if Goku were to lose, Goku would, just be like, you know what? Screw it. I want to fight you again. The way that he kind of did that with Broly after the Broly movie.
Also, like as long as he doesn't die, you think he'll win and come back.
Yeah, because he would see it as a challenge, and Superman's a he's a decent dude, like he's a good guy, so Goku would befriend him basically.
Also, it'll be more like not really like a battle to the death. It'll be more like a sparring match, like him versus Vegeta, like to see who's stronger.
Correct, and then Vegeta would also want to be in there because big forehead man doesn't want to be left behind.
The McDonald's hairline.
So I'm going to be the bearer of bad news again. Superman beats him. There's levels to this, and Goku's not going to be able to maintain or be durable enough to outlast Superman, in my opinion. I feel like Superman is the pinnacle of power when it comes to this little argument here. Because I solemnly believe that if Goku throws a Kamehameha at him, Superman's just gonna be like, yeah, this isn't gonna hurt. He's just gonna punch right through it. That's the truth.
Oh, so you're saying that even though he has Ultra Instinct, that the fact that his attacks don't pack like a punch, you think that eventually he's just gonna run out of Ultra Instinct and Superman's gonna win?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take into account the fact that that stamina and the durability of the person as well. I don't think that this fight obviously, as hypothetically would take a very long time. Like there's not gonna be because you're gonna give Goku's gonna start him in base form, of course. He'll go to Kaioken. He'll keep going and going and going.
Like slowly,
Right.
steadily getting.
And-
Yeah.
But Superman will just stay his own. And I feel like one other thing that's very important to think about is the fact that Goku cannot survive in space for a very long period of time, whereas Superman could just fly to just take him into space and obviously it's not gonna be that easy, but he could just take him into space and like go to the sun, come back, and then he's basically like if he was brand new. You know what I'm saying? Like Goku's not gonna have somebody in the background going, "Hey, here's a sensu bean." No, they're not doing that. Like
voice,
they're not
voice.
doing that. They're not doing that. So
Okay, I guess I can see what you're saying. I think I can agree with that. I didn't really think about that. I just thought about like, okay, you can't hit this guy, so it's like, what's the point? But I guess yeah, his stamina is pretty weak compared
And
to
let's-
Superman's.
let's be real. Goku ain't finding kryptonite. Like, let's be real. So
I mean, especially Goku.
like Bulma might find kryptonite. Not Goku.
Yeah, she probably would. Probably make a kryptonite finding radar based off his DNA like signatures or something like that.
Exactly. And yeah, no. So that's me personally. I feel like Superman's gonna take it all the way. He's gonna. There's a video that you can watch online. It's like Goku versus Superman, and it has Superman winning, but it has the whole world getting destroyed, and like they end up breaking space and time.
I'm pretty sure there's like a few hundred videos of that
It's a most recent one
out of like 2 million.
out of 2 million. It has
Yeah.
more.
I mean, because Goku's always changing and like getting better.
Yeah, that's why, I mean, I'd see them more of having a sparring match in a safer place, such as the hyperbolic time chamber.
I don't think that would hold him.
I mean, yeah, not either. Nah. But like, I mean, like if you really think about it, Superman is like the epitome of like OP. Like he's the first one to like really be like, oh, there's like how OP can we make a character?
Which would make Goku excited because he's like, ooh, I'm going to level up again.
Maybe.
Maybe if there's a version of Goku that does beat Superman, but that's another story for another day.
We don't know about that Goku, I guess.
I know about that Goku. That's far and beyond. But
But at the same time, it's just like you have Goku leveling up the whole time. You got Superman always staying the same.
Superman, here's the thing. Like Superman, he's not always gonna stay the same because the closer he gets to the sun, the closer he's gonna become stronger. He's gonna become more like durable, more fresh. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even that. It's just like, from what I know from Superman from the comics and stuff like that, like most of the time that he's like not that strong or like gets beat is because he has like mental blocks or something like that. It's like he's really just not using his full strength to begin with.
Yeah, he's hitting that Spider-Man 2
Oh yeah, web block.
web block. He's in that Spider-Man 2 web block. Yeah, but I
Was that
believe
the second one or was that the third one?
that's the second one.
Oh,
That's the
second
second one. That's Dr. Octopus.
Okay, but let us know what you think about Superman versus Goku.
And
but
then we'll be moving on to
to the probably one of the best ones we got.
one of the
for you today.
wackiest ones. Follow along. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let Frank introduce this.
Okay, bet. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Nah, the order it's in is good. Okay. So we're gonna switch it up. Instead of like a really like a physical fight battle, we're gonna switch it to a race battle. Right? We're gonna start off with family with Dominic Toretico, the Daimon versus Takumi Fujiwara from the Fujiwara Tofu Shop in Initial D, right? Versus the Speed Man himself, Speed Racer, versus arguably the fastest to ever touch a track, Lightning McQueen.
Ka-chow.
Kachiga. Oh, no, that's the
the
wrong
other
guy. That's
guy.
the other guy. So
So what do you think, Manny? Who do you think wins that?
so it depends on the track. I think that's very important
I guess that's fair.
because they each have like different tracks that they perform on. Like Lightning McQueen is like a NASCAR racing track. Dominic Toretto is the streets. What was it? Speed Racer. He has the dome, doesn't he?
He does like crazy like think about like Mario Kart but like crazier.
Okay.
Like his car has gadgets, it can jump, has sleds.
Okay. So
Think about like an obstacle course.
Fujiwara's
with cars.
based like in Tokyo, right? So
Yeah,
That's
like,
also the streets.
so
Yeah,
it's considered the streets.
But it's a different type of streets because Dominic Toretto is like a quarter mile, which I guess is kind of the same thing. But like Dominic Toretto don't really be turning like that. He just be going straight.
Have we watched the same movies?
I mean, yes.
well. Are we talking
When
like
he actually races,
when he actually races? Like, let's be real. Like, he's
he's not drifting in a Challenger, Joseph.
Yeah, and he's not pulling the safe either. like,
Like nah, like
I'm just saying.
he's not hitting a crane to stop
when
a
he
wreck.
If
actually-
a man could drive, he could drive.
when he actually races, it's just a straight quarter mile. Like who's faster? Like that's really what it is.
So, with that in mind, I'm gonna keep the track that we're talking. We're talking like a NASCAR racing.
No. It has to have at least some turns in there.
Okay.
Because it can't just be a straight. Because then again,
So you'd want something like a Formula One track. You got your straights.
yeah,
you
kind
got
of
your
like that.
turns.
Yeah, but like not as turny though. A little bit less than that. Like a lot of them in Japan have those where like it's like a race car thing, like where they use for drifting.
Or like
But
a car test track.
yeah, but it's kind of basically like a Formula One track. It's just those are like really tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be like a little bit not as tight as that, because then people that would turn will have an advantage. So it would have to be a one that's has the turn part, and then the straight part, and then the
straight
kind of turny part.
No, I get you.
So with that in mind,
Long winding.
I'm going to say that the winner of this race is Dominic Toretto.
No, it's not.
because family beats anything.
No, it's not.
That's
Just because
my
he
reasoning.
drove his car through Thanos' starship does not mean that he'll win in a race.
that proves everything.
No.
There's nothing stronger than family.
Cool. But the thing is, though, the reason why I disagree with you, that Takumi Fujiwara is going to win. Let me give you a little backstory about this guy, right?
Tofu. Okay.
Yeah, Tofu, yeah, of course. But I'm saying, like, this man learned to drive when he was 14 because his dad made him deliver the tofu at 3 a.m. in the morning. And he got so good at driving and drifting that a thing that was an hour away, he would come back in 30 minutes to 20 minutes while having tofu in the back, while having a glass of water almost full in the middle console, drifting. Mind you, cutting an hour drive to like 20 to 30 minutes and not dropping a single drop of water.
I don't understand the physics, but okay.
The physics are
Because the physics are actually make sense, because if you keep the car balanced and when you're drifting one way and you make sure it doesn't go too far, the water leans but it doesn't go tip over. So if you keep the car centered and balanced, it's not going to drop no matter how fast you're going. Because think about it like what's it called?
So how do you cut an hour drive from the shop? And I'm assuming he's going back to the shop. So technically that's a 2-hour trip and you're cutting that in half.
Yes. Not like 2 hours and 30 minutes, like 2 hours to like an hour.
Okay.
Because he drove it for 6 years, so he kept going faster and faster.
Okay. The person I think that loses in this fight is Speed Racer, because who cares about him?
Honestly,
Who cares?
he's the odd one out, but I don't
wait.
don't doubt his ability.
No, don't count him out yet.
I don't doubt his car.
Can he use his gadgets?
No.
Okay, yeah, he loses.
I don't doubt. I
These
believe
guys,
his car. I don't believe him.
The other three don't have gadgets. Like, that's not fair. Wait. Does NOS count?
Yes.
No. I can't say that Dominic Toretto's gonna win. That's not
the only
fair.
reason he wins.
That's not fair.
Because he goes straight for a quarter mile. It's not that far. That's why they need NOS. It's literally those drives and those races is literally like when you click the NOS or not.
But either way, he made a car get NOS without putting NOS inside of it. So it doesn't matter. He's winning. Joseph, go ahead.
Because the Power family is just gonna carry him. I get it.
Speed Racer out the game for me. Takumi,
The GOAT.
He's
gonna
good.
do it. He's gonna do
but
it.
he doesn't got that family.
What you mean? Y'all?
So
are
I'm gonna throw him out.
Y'all are stupid.
And who's the realest person to have as a family member? Not anybody with Dominic Toretto. It's Toe Mater. He has. What's that town called?
Did you just throw in a curveball and just say
I
Toe
did.
Mater wins?
No, Lightning McQueen wins. I like his
Hey
team
man,
better.
that backwards driving, bro, could throw you off.
That's a fact.
Radiator Springs. He has his whole Radiator Springs family. They didn't start so good, and then they came together and supported him all the way through.
Fast and the Furious into cars.
In my opinion, it's between Takumi and Lightning McQueen. Because Lightning McQueen, when he's learning in the dirt roads, this man actually learns how to drift really well.
The fact that you
The argument I'm gonna make: Lightning McQueen wins, because aside from a person being with their car, Lightning McQueen is the car.
That's a pretty good.
That's a valid
And
argument.
technically,
That's the argument.
and technically, he would have the fastest car, because he's actually a NASCAR. That's a valid argument.
I don't care what you say. Dominic Toretto's Charger would be faster. Trust me.
He would lose on the turns. That's why.
No, he would win.
No, he
Turn
wouldn't.
right to
He
turn
would
left.
win.
The only thing he knows how to do is swerve left and right and throw a safe on somebody. And
Just
carry
think about
cars
that.
with
Just think
magnets.
about that. He has other things, and he's still faster.
The only
than
thing that
everybody else.
Dominic Toretto has and wins at is just the tank top. That's it. That's all he got.
He's got family.
But sometimes
Don't
he
forget
has
about the family.
the Hawaiian shirt on, whatever that is.
With a
The
tank top under it.
The vacation.
And a Corona.
Hey,
Okay, maybe the Corona might take it.
All right, Justin, give us our number 3.
Okay, so it's gonna get a little snobby. It's gonna be a battle of the rich boys.
oh
You got
boy.
Batman versus Iron Man.
Oh my goodness.
And I think it depends on the context of how you want to look at the fight.
Iron Man wins.
Iron Man wins.
Yes. His suits are too busted.
Suits are too busted.
His suits are too busted. He could literally call an army of suits
Okay.
that are just as good, if not better, than Batman's. Like every single piece of his technology is better than Batman's. The only thing that Batman got better is hands, but like the hands don't matter when you're punching adamantine steel, brother. Brother Lou.
I don't know. I think it depends on like Iron Man versus Batman. I would think Batman would win in the sense of strategy and his ability to be a tactician against Iron Man. But I don't know.
But
I
Iron
feel
Man's
like-
a pretty good tactician himself. Obviously, like Batman's better, but I feel like he'd just be overwhelmed by all that technology. And like,
I
and
guess.
like, and it's not like Iron Man is dumb. Like he's actually like really smart.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like the thing that makes him go even above that is the fact that he's smart and unpredictable.
Isn't Batman unpredictable?
Not really. He just kind of predicts what other people are gonna do, and he goes based off of that. But it's not really unpredictable.
I think I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I think Batman is unpredictable. I still believe that Iron Man is gonna win this purely because I feel like technologically, it's on the side of Iron Man. I feel like the suits are more advanced. That's just my opinion.
This is OP, bro.
I feel like, but as a strategist, I would prefer Batman over Iron Man.
Yeah, of course.
As a strategist, but in terms of like fighting each other, like they catch each other like on the street or something like that. Yeah, Iron Man's taking Bruce Wayne to town.
So
He's about to show him his parents, to be honest.
So that's crazy. So that's wild. So a battle of the
Mom?
billionaire playboys.
Dad?
So the battle of the billionaire playboys. Manny and Frank say that Iron Man's gonna win, and Joseph says Batman's gonna win.
I'm more in favor of Batman.
But like, why though? Because
Why?
you said tactician, but like, what? In what way? Like, would he beat him? Like what strategy?
I think I'm more favoring Batman in the sense of like his character, where like Iron Man
So you're
would
being biased.
So you're saying you like the character more, so that leans you
no,
towards
like
Batman.
in terms of like the person that's behind the mask per se. You have Iron Man, like look at Tony Stark, and I feel like Tony Stark has a history of having all of his personal issues cloud his ability. You know what I mean? But where Batman
Uh-huh.
uses his trauma to push himself forward.
Man, I'm gonna let you get this one. I'm gonna let you have this.
Hurry up, flame me. Come on.
I'm not gonna flame you.
Just
I
do
understand.
it.
I understand where you're coming from, but we're talking like they catch each other on the street, and it's just like Iron Man's got to take him in, like, and Batman's like, I got to take you in, like.
Nah, it would be more like he gotta take Batman in, and Batman's like, nah, I got something to do. I gotta go in.
Like I gotta do something else, and then they fight right there. You know, the trauma's not gonna have anything to do with it. You know, Tony Stark is in comics an alcoholic and all that stuff, but don't act like Bruce Wayne is like the greatest person ever.
No,
Like-
I don't.
But
That man's gonna complete the mission.
Iron Man's gonna do it better. That's the problem.
I don't care. Batman could lose, but then he's not gonna stay down. He's gonna make a comeback. He always does.
Fair enough.
I mean, like you say that about both of them though. But I'm saying like the initial battle, like them not knowing each other, like, them just going up. I feel like if Batman has proper prep, he could beat anybody.
It's one of those arguments that I hate so much.
But it's just true though.
Batman with prep time beats anything. No,
Anything.
it doesn't.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Because if
Because everything
If
has a
you're
weakness.
prepared, you're prepared.
that's another story for another day.
Because everything has a weakness, and as long as he knows it, he can exploit it to its fullest extent.
100%. I'm gonna disagree with that statement. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on because
but
this
you
one's
introdu-
about to get really, really,
because
really.
I want to see what the heck, what you got for me for this one, because y'all gonna hear this man say these two words, these two names of these two characters, and you gonna think, man, he woke up on the wrong side of the dumb train today. Because what do you expect? Nah, just say it. Just say it.
All right. So the fourth battle, probably the most controversial battle, is World Breaker Hulk.
Controversial?
World Breaker Hulk. I'm gonna say it again so that way you completely understand me. World Breaker Hulk. Okay, you got it. Versus Broly. It could be Z Broly,
Z Broly.
or it could be Super Broly. It don't matter. It's gonna be a fight, and Hulk can win. He can win.
You said he can win, but will he win?
Will he win? It all depends.
On?
It depends on what Broly is gonna. Well, what I'm gonna use Super Broly because I believe he stands a chance. So, Super Broly,
Yeah,
right?
I think he stands a chance
is gonna
against
come
Z
out in
Broly.
base form. He's gonna come out in base form. He's gonna swing at the Hulk. The Hulk, if we all understand the Hulk gets stronger as he's hit. The Hulk gets angrier, the stronger he gets.
But
The more
Broly-
durable he gets, the more stamina and we're talking World Breaker Hulk, the man who stepped on a freaking planet and destroyed it. Like, what are we talking about? I don't understand why it seems like such a wash, like to these guys that Broly's just gonna wipe them. I just don't understand.
I don't think it's a wash, but I just don't think he has the chance of winning. It's not the same thing.
You tell me when Broly stepped on a planet and destroyed it.
Bro, you're telling me, Broly can just yell and destroy a whole planet.
When
And
has
you're
he done
saying
that?
this man took a step.
When has he done that? When has he done that? Tell me when.
He hasn't done it.
Okay.
But he
so
can't.
Thank you.
But he can do it. But he can do it.
Show me when he's done it. Hulk has proven it.
Hang on a
Already done.
Hang on a second. I just want you to do some power comparisons right now, right?
Okay.
We're talking about base Piccolo, right? With Kid Gohan, correct? We got Kid Gohan going Planet Ape Saiyan, right? We're talking about Planet Ape Saiyan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Piccolo says, "Oh, it's the moon." Pop destroys the moon. We're talking base Piccolo can destroy a moon by just saying, "Ha, destroyed."
Last time I checked, a planet's bigger than a moon. But continue.
And what I'm trying to say is that Broly has like,
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, science guy?
I mean, yes,
Bill
you're
Nye?
right, but like,
Go ahead, Bill Nye.
but base Piccolo is way 10 times a billion weaker than that Broly. That Broly literally from transforming warped space, right? Space, just from transforming.
The power scaling in Dragon Ball makes no sense.
That's the point.
Listen here. Dragon Ball Super. Gogeta versus Broly. The movie.
Yes,
They broke space and time
with a punch. Yes,
with a punch.
yes. Can World Breaker Hulk do that?
Yes.
When did he do it?
He will punch him and they will break it together. How exactly how Gogeta and Broly broke it by punching each other, not even landing it. They just clashed.
Look.
And they broke it. He will do the same.
Okay, look. To be honest, I don't know much about World Breaker Hulk as much as this guy does. All I know is that he took a step and broke a continent. That's all I know. But the main thing that separates both of them, this man Hulk got no long range moves. Broly don't even gotta get close.
What happened to the Gamma Clap? What happened to that?
That ain't reaching the space.
Brother, they're two maniacs. They're not gonna be long range fighting. They're gonna be up in your face, ready to punch you in the mouth.
But eventually, the whole thing with Broly is that he uses Ki Blast. In the beginning, yeah, they might clash or whatever. That's why I'm saying it's not a wash. But it's just like they might punch together in the beginning, but at the end of the day, Broly is mostly known for his Ki Blast. for his ridiculous ski blast. That
Okay,
can destroy the whole planet.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that if
Did you
he
say
tried,
ridiculous?
Yeah, redonkulous, bro.
I use the word blasphemous. Like we're
Not
off the
right.
rails here.
I'll tell you that. Not right.
What do you mean? What you're saying right now is blasphemous.
No,
that's
it's not.
that like you say key blast, like you acting like the Hulk ain't gonna absorb like some hits. Like
I mean, he can.
That's easy
But this
money.
man literally has But you're talking about limitless energy against a limitless energy, right? But one has long range and the other one doesn't, and the one is stronger than the other one.
I promise you, his gamma clap can actually clash with a key blast.
Interesting.
Okay.
Hot take.
So,
Prove me wrong.
So you're saying if Broly does his big sphere ball thing,
Which one?
the like where he clutches it in his hand and he throws it.
That's Z. You talking about Z?
No, it's just the strongest move where he condenses
Yeah,
all
that's
his power.
that's the
in
strongest move. He
in
does
one
it in the
blast.
Super as well. He condenses all his energy in his
He
hand.
does it in the movie.
He does.
He does. He just doesn't He just doesn't throw it. I think he punches.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So, or even that, even his breath when he just blasts breath.
Yeah, the scream.
Yeah, it's not really a scream. It's more like he just. I mean, I guess it's a scream, but he just blasts his breath. He just blasts his breath. But that can destroy. But you know what? You got it. You got it. Because like
We're about to sit here for like 20 minutes.
we're gonna sit here for like 50 years on just one battle. But I think Broly wins. He says that Hulk wins. I think he's not correct.
I think.
What do you think, Joseph? Me and Manny were going back and forth. What do you think, Joseph?
This was an interesting thing to witness, but as I said, for Superman and Goku, I would die. I am the pinnacle of collateral damage.
Collateral damage isn't even the beginning of it.
It's not. It's just. But
You don't even notice.
it depends on how you want to look at it. So, you could say Broly could win, because as he's fighting, he's going to adapt to Hulk. He's going to match his energy. He's going to match his strength and possibly surpass it. But from the get-go, you could look at Hulk, and he isn't going to tire out. Broly is probably going to tire out if he takes enough of a beating, similarly to what happened with him fighting Gogeta Blue. Or once he gets overwhelmed, like he's just like, what am I going to do? Like his body or himself is just not adapting to it the way that when he fought Goku and Vegeta separately. And then from losing against them to then matching them to then overpowering them. Depends on how that would scale, in my opinion.
Well, go ahead, Frank. You can take the next one.
Okay, so the next one after that long discussion would be this is base forms. Teen Titans, Robin, Cyborg, Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Blue Beetle versus the Sinister Six, comprised of Doc Ock, Electro, Kraven, Mysterio, Sandman, and Vulture.
I think, in a sense, we're all in agreement that I think the Teen Titans win,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
but it won't be as easy as it sounds, because I feel like Kraven is Beast Boy's biggest weakness, because Kraven is a hunter that has, adapted to all sorts of animals and stuff like that. So I feel like Beast Boy, if he's caught in a corner with Kraven might just end Beast Boy like then and there.
I just think the weak links for the Sinister Six are Mysterio and Vulture. Specifically Vulture. Because I feel like there's nobody he matches up against.
See,
that would do
Mysterio, here's the thing. If we're basing it off of the Teen Titans, you're going to think about, I forgot the British dude's name. That hypnotized them in an episode.
I know they're weak to
Oh, yes. I know.
I know what
The
you're
one with
talking
the
about.
clock.
Yeah, the one with the clock.
They're weak to psychological warfare.
Exactly. So I feel like Mysterio, with his illusions and that psychological warfare, would actually not be as much of a weak link as, as it may seem.
But for Mysterio, isn't it just straight up illusions? It's not necessarily actual manipulating.
Nah, his technology is pretty advanced, so it makes it seem really real.
I guess. Okay.
And I think they like read your cognitive mind, so goes to your weaknesses.
And then for Vulture, I think you have a good point in saying that Vulture's probably like
Yeah, nah. Sandman, Electro, and Doc Ock hard carry. I mean, and Craven obviously, but mostly Sandman. I feel like Sandman hard carries.
I feel like the X factor is Raven, of course, because Raven is just her power, even in base form, is just it'll overwhelm those villains easily.
I think Raven, Starfire, and Blue Beetle are just like, what do you do?
The question is, if you're gonna take it
Yeah,
there,
Starfire
you
is
gotta
Electro.
you gotta ask yourself the question of when it comes to Blue Beetle, at least, can Blue Beetle measure up to Spider-Man?
Why do you say that?
Because these are villains of Spider-Man. So
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm
it's-
saying?
But this would be 6v1, and he'd be
No. I'm
Not
saying
bad.
like individually. I'm saying individually. Because each one of these has had the upper hand against Spider-Man in one.
I think Blue Beetle could
I think Blue
could
Beetle
win against each one of these individually.
because at least with the beetle, it'll help him adapt to the situation, opposed to like
Yeah.
losing from the get like right away. Because Spider-Man had been defeated, but he'll make his comeback. But for Blue Beetle, I think with the help of the beetle, whatever the thing's name is,
The Scarab.
Scarab, it'll keep him afloat. He ain't gonna lose that fight.
I mean, I
mean,
can't
only,
argue.
like-
I can't argue that.
The hard hitters here for me would be Electro and Sandman, just given their elemental abilities. And the fight that I really care about is Craven versus Beast Boy. I don't think he would try to
Yeah.
kill Beast Boy. I think he would keep him
Oh, as a pet.
as a pet to always hunt.
I mean, if he does that, Beast Boy is eventually gonna win.
That's what Craven wants.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
I
He
guess
wants the ultimate predator, and what's the ultimate predator? The entire animal kingdom.
I guess that's true.
He's never hunted a dinosaur before. I don't think.
Yes, he has.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's done that. He's done that.
All right, so Joseph, hit us with the next one.
So this next fight's gonna be a little heated. You got
Dead.
Prince Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender versus Colonel Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist.
If you don't know who that is, it's the Snap guy, the Snap Fire guy.
Roy Mustang.
The snap.
And in this fight,
Snap.
I don't know.
Clap.
I don't know who would actually win. Zuko would probably be the better fighter of the two,
Yeah.
but in terms of like,
How instant his like fire is, and stuff like that.
yeah, it would be Roy Mustang.
Yeah.
That and he just has no qualms about killing you. Like if you're a threat to him, he'll get you.
No, I feel like he's a pretty good dude. It's just like in that circumstance, it was pretty
I
Pretty
don't
personal.
think Zuko's ever killed anybody.
no. The Zuko definitely has more like morality,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like you can't just say Colonel Mustang doesn't. Because of
Yeah.
that time. Like, of course, he'll go farther than Zuko will, but that was like a extenuating circumstance. Is what I'm trying to say. Because like outside of that, he wouldn't do that. That was the whole point of his character. Because like he was so out for revenge and so like bothered by that he would throw away his values just to get revenge.
Okay, that makes sense. But in terms of like flaming abilities and stuff like that, I think Zuko would win. He's got his fire jets, he has the movement, he has the martial arts, and he's the Fire Lord, you know? Who's really gonna beat that in terms of just flame? Only the Avatar. And Roy Mustang ain't the Avatar.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna hit it up with one more battle. Real quick after this is gonna be Darth Vader versus Doctor Doom.
Enjoy, boys. I will stay silent.
Darth Vader versus Doctor Doom. I think Darth Vader is going crazy. I think Darth Vader wins.
I think
Okay.
Doom knows his place and Doom's gonna win.
Why you say Doom's gonna win? Besides of his millions of eras of magic.
Literally just that alone he would win.
Think so?
I just don't see how Darth Vader has the Force. He's gonna try Force choking Doom.
I mean, we're missing his most powerful weapon.
What, the lightsaber?
Yes.
Come on, isn't that just like heat? This is just what, super hot, light, whatever the heck energy. But then doesn't Doom have a shield for that? It'll just repulse energy.
You can block literally anything that Doctor Doom does.
Yeah, like all the magical spells.
Okay, but like,
But like what?
which magical spells are we talking about here?
I don't know whether he wants to spawn a demon, mind control, whatever the heck. Just do
I
him.
mean, he wouldn't be able to mind control Darth Vader.
I mean,
You know what the Force is?
I do know what the Force is.
That man, like, he literally trains mentally. Like, that's all mental.
Okay.
Like, Jedi and, like, Sith Lords have, like, the strongest, like, mental minds, like, out of, like,
I'm
any...
talking like legit. Anything magic related. Look, it's magic. Literally come up with anything. Just to counter that. His mental fortitude? Okay. Burn him alive. Again.
But, like, what is he gonna do if, like, he just grips him with the Force and just crushes him? Like, what is he gonna do after that? Like, what can he counter that with?
I don't know. I'm
An
just in
invisible
favor of
force that he doesn't even know exists. It can't even control. It's like it's strong as gravity.
Wouldn't Doom have some magical stuff on him just to defend
I
him?
don't know. I'm
from
asking you.
yes.
I would imagine.
Yes,
he
I'm
does.
gonna interject and say that yes, Doctor Doom will have something to combat the Force. I'm just gonna throw that in
But
there.
what is it?
There's certain magical stuff that he has that will counteract the Force. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I'm aware of Doom's magical ability, and it's it's on the level of a past a Sorcerer Supreme, which is that's kind of like where the magic like pig magic starts and ends. So
Well,
And in terms of Star Wars, then you get hit with like what's the closest thing to a Sorcerer Supreme? Either the father, son, or daughter from Mortis, and Darth Vader is barely gonna do anything to that, in my opinion.
I'm going with the oppressiveness of Darth Vader.
just to throw in my opinion real quick, I do believe Doctor Doom does beat Darth Vader. I do believe it's actually very close. That's the last thing I'm gonna say on that.
Darth Vader.
All right. So we're gonna be moving on. We're gonna be giving, we're talking about fights. So why not include our favorite fights from Marvel? We're gonna do our top 2 from Marvel, whether that be animated or live action. Same thing goes for DC, and then we're gonna do for anime as well. So Frank's gonna hit us with Marvel first. We're gonna go Marvel first, and you hit us with your number 2.
All right. So I'm gonna hit you with my number 2, and that's Spider-Man, Tom Holland versus Green Goblin. It's not the craziest fight,
Which, like the final fight, or
like the final fight when no. Oh yeah, I kind of put them together in the building
okay.
and that because it's not really that long.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I kind of put it together. So I like that interaction with them because like it's not one of the craziest fights, craziest choreographed, but I felt like it really encapsulated the relationship between Spider-Man and Green Goblin, like how crazy Green Goblin is, and like Spider-Man grappling with the fact that he has to decide between his morals and revenge. And it just shows another form of Spider-Man that we don't see in the MCU, specifically with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And I felt like that fight really encapsulated that dynamic.
Okay, I respect that. I dig it.
For me, it's just the punching him, and then he just starts laughing at him.
Yeah, and then slams him through like 3 floors.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, it's
so
good. It's good. Go ahead,
So
Joseph.
My second favorite one is from Captain America: Civil War. Iron Man versus Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I don't think we need to talk too much about that one.
Honestly,
That was a good one.
what? But give us your
No, for sure.
your
reason
why.
Yeah, for sure.
So in that fight, you can consider Iron Man being like the best, in that situation, the best armed individual. Like he has the weapons, he has the tech to fight, but then you have 2 super soldiers. And aside from them being super soldiers, I'm gonna say like 2 just like straight on brawlers
Yeah, they
up
know
against
how
the
to
best
fight.
weapon.
Yeah, they know how to fight. Like it's not just like they're strong; they know how to fight.
And they're not even trying to kill him.
No,
No, that's
But Iron Man's straight.
is
No,
literally
he's
he's
seeing
literally
red.
just
He-
going for
yeah,
incapacitation.
he got murder on his mind, brother.
And I think one of my favorite things from that fight has to be the Captain America's punching him up against the wall, and he just tells Friday analyze the fight pattern, and then like as soon as she gets it, he's just like, all right, let's kick his you know what.
Let's beat him. All right, Manny, what's your second?
So I'm gonna go Shang-Chi versus the Mandarin.
Yeah, another one that doesn't need to be.
Just
No one would-
I'm
no
just
one
gonna
would
say
argue with
this.
you,
I'm
man.
gonna say this.
It's just too good.
That is the best and closest thing I've gotten to a live action anime style fight.
Besides Creed 3.
besides Creed 3.
I know, but that one still wins though because it's like more anime.
But my favorite is obviously when he finishes his father off with the dragon. That
Mandarin orange.
Yeah, that and then when they lock the keys together, that to me that is such beautiful. There's beautiful imagery and like the what would you call that?
Choreography.
The choreography of
And
the whole thing.
cinematography.
Yeah, the choreography, the cinematography, all that encapsulates what I look for in a fight scene.
Okay, so following that, I'm gonna hit you with my number one Marvel fight. It's gonna be also a part of the MCU, and that's gonna be Winter Soldier versus Captain America on the helicarrier, because you got this whole dynamic between them. Like Captain America's trying to like knock some sense into Bucky, into the Winter Soldier, and you got a whole helicarrier falling down as they go. And they're going back and forth.
Helicarriers.
Helicarriers going through buildings and all that, destroying everything. Like this man Bucky trying to kill Captain America, but he's not trying to kill him, and he's still holding his own. It's too good. Best fight easily to me.
I think I'm not gonna lie. I think I prefer the one on the highway.
highway.
Yeah, I think I prefer the one on the
You
highway.
only
more.
say that because of the grenade launcher.
That is a fire.
I only say that because of the knife trick
Yeah.
that
Oh, that he does, yeah.
that the actor actually he knows how to do that. So that was all real.
That was dope.
My number
That
one
was number one.
Marvel fight isn't from the MCU.
Mhm.
It's from the Avengers Assemble cartoon, where the Avengers go to Latveria to Doom's castle and try to square up with him. And Doom ain't playing no games. He took a whole punch to the face from the Hulk, squared up, and threw that man out of his castle.
He said, "Get out of my house." You didn't even wipe your feet before you came in here.
And Hulk knew he screwed up.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty good one, yeah.
No, that's really good. So my number one is gonna be from Captain America: Civil War, the airport fight scene. I know this
Basic.
isn't. I know this isn't the Civil War fight that comic fans would have wanted, obviously, but that whole scene when when everybody starts fight, when it's hero on hero, and it's just I find it awesome, and I'm a sucker for like those moments. So honestly, that's my favorite fight scene. I think it will be for a while. To be
I
honest,
think he kind of cheated a little bit. Because, it's one fight scene, but it's technically, like, multiple fights.
It's an amalgamation.
Yeah, amalgamation of fights. I mean, I don't blame you. It's still a fight. Nah, I'll let you have it. But like I don't blame you either. You got Black Panther versus Winter Soldier
Well,
versus.
It's more of a battle opposed to a fight.
no,
Yeah,
because
that's true,
technically everybody fights everybody, in a way. Everybody fights everybody.
Okay, but I got a question. If you had to pick a certain like one from that scene, which one would you pick? Like, who against who?
It would be I think it's like maybe like a minute of Captain America stopping like Black Panther from running to the Winter Soldier when he says Barnes is mine, and then he just runs, and then Captain America's like no, and just like throws the shield at him, and then he like claws the shield, and he actually like
Scratches it.
he scratches it. Yeah, I think that's pretty. I like that.
That's your favorite interaction.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna be moving on to DC now.
Yeah.
So I'll start it off with this
Okay,
one.
bye-bye,
I'll give my number two. So my number two is from the Justice League War movie. It's gonna be the Justice League versus Darkseid, and just purely because my favorite scene is just Green Lantern going, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." Just running up to Darkseid, giving him a nice like 3-piece McNugget, and then he just breaks his arm and throws him into a wall. Like
Nah. And then the minions going to beat him up while he's on the floor is crazy.
Parademons, bro. They squatted up.
But like they like swarmed like flies. Started beating him.
that scene lives in my head like rent free.
Nah, that's pretty funny. I think that's a meme now.
It is. Go ahead, Joseph.
So my second favorite DC fight is Wonder Woman, or it's from, I believe it's the Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. That's the full name of the movie.
Yes.
Wonder Woman versus Aquaman. That level's quarrel turned into a whole-out war, the end of the whole world, and I dug every little bit of it.
That's a pretty good one.
Nah, it's just Wonder Woman like did not care.
Wonder Woman slaughtered.
Wait, isn't that the same movie where like she goes against Aquaman?
That's literally what I just said.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear the Aquaman part. All I heard was you saying something about Wonder Woman beating everybody up. I didn't hear Aquaman specifically.
I was like, that's what he was just.
Your turn, Frank. Your turn.
It's okay. It's your turn to not listen to me, I guess. My second favorite DC fight is from the DCEU, and it would be the Ben Affleck Batman fighting in the warehouse whenever Superman tells him to go save Martha. Even though reason be gone. This man punched the guy and his face bounced off the floor. He got it.
I'm sorry. I'm still not getting over the other thing.
The Martha.
Yeah, Martha.
Martha?
Martha. All right. So actually, piggybacking off of that, my number one is actually
Number one or number?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah,
my
you're
number
right.
one,
You started.
My number
yeah,
one.
facts.
My number one is gonna be Batman versus Superman. In that movie, I know it ended horribly. That was the worst way you could have possibly ended that fight. But the before and
During.
leading everything up to that, besides that point of saying Martha, I think was pretty good. I enjoyed it actually a lot more than any other DC fight that we had later on.
Do you bleed?
Do you bleed?
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Best part of the movie, yeah, honestly.
So my number one DC fight, taking it to the Teen Titans cartoon, was with Robin and Slade teaming up in the Underworld versus the Trigon Demons. You have two arch enemies teaming up for the first time ever in the pits of the Underworld.
And then like Slade is like their enemy like the entire show. So it's like
Slade don't play. And they had to team up, and they actually fought and they won. They got through it.
yeah. Enemy of my enemy is your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So my number one DC fight is actually the same as Manny's, but it's the better version. It's Batman vs. Superman from the animated movie The Dark Knight Returns Part 2.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Yep, we got old man Batman with the suit beating the living for doodles out of Superman. And like I think like the live action one is good, but man, the way he was whooping Superman in that movie was just like I never seen Superman get whooped so bad in my life. And like he made him say like I'm Batman.
I prefer that
Vengeance.
over the Batman v Superman movie, only because Kryptonite was never brought up until the very end.
Nope. He said I don't even need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, Frank's gonna start us off with our anime one.
All right, my number 2, right?
Yep.
All right, my number 2. You guys ain't not gonna notice. Like it's gonna be for the OGs right here.
Oh, jeez.
This is from Hajime no Ippo. It's Takamura versus Brian Hawk. If you don't see Hajime no Ippo, I advise you to actually watch the anime. But that fight specifically is probably to me one of the best back and forths I've ever seen in my life. In anything.
Man just said YouTube it.
If you want to. I mean, I can't
If I
stop you.
could
I'm not your
spell
dad.
it, sure.
I'm not your dad. Takamura versus Brian Hawk. It's not hard.
Nah.
Just look at Brian Hawk. You'll see it.
All right. So my number 2 is 9 versus Bakugo and Deku.
This is because of the song.
This is predicated only because it is my best cinematic experience in a theater, and I felt the hype when something, I won't say what, happens, and it turns the tide of the battle. The music that was with it is just, to me, it's just peak. It's just peak. It's not my number one, but it is peak.
Joseph.
Hunter x Hunter. During the
The ant?
before that, the spiders, when they were dealing with the mafia, that arc where you have
The group?
the group.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You have Crollo versus Silva and Zeno. So Killua's dad and grandpa.
Yo, that's when you learn they're cracked.
Yeah. That
That's when you learn.
second
they're
favorite
cracked.
anime fight. And everyone in
Really?
that fight could throw hands.
No, yeah, they were all pretty crazy.
I dig Crollo. I do.
Now, Crollo's like probably like to me the best villain in that anime. I know people like the Ant King, but I think Crollo's better.
Mhm.
Just of like actual like character development. So my number one. Shout out to all my One Piece fans out there. I know y'all probably gonna say Luffy versus Kaido was better, but there's some things about that fight that didn't get me 100%, even though it was fire. But the one that captured me the most was Zoro versus King. Y'all know why. Y'all know why. Who do you done? Like, come on, bro. You can't beat that. You can't beat the dragons, brother. That
Yeah.
was that animated. Who do you done? Like, bro. I don't even know if I said it right. That's the funny thing. I just remember the.
You better
dum.
trigger One Piece fans by saying that wrong.
I just remember the dum. But nah, it's super fire. Yeah, it's just fire, bro. I love that. I love that fight.
It was so fire you had to show me it.
Was it not though?
It was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Bro.
I think I may have to watch it.
Nah, it was pretty good.
All right. My number one, and it'll forever be my number one anime fight. I will defend it to the end.
Oh,
Rock Lee versus Gaara.
timeless.
And just because that one scene where his mentor master, Might Guy, tells him to take off the ankle weights, and everybody thinks it's a joke, and he just throws them down, and it almost destroys like a huge part of the building.
The whole arena, bro.
It almost destroys the whole arena, and then Gaara's like, "What's this guy on?"
Joseph, we talk about Mjolnir, but what the heck was in those weights? Condensed, dense matter, bro.
Bro,
Dark
and then,
matter.
You know, it's just an amazing fight scene to me, and it'll stay my favorite. Thankfully, Frank was the one who introduced me to Naruto, so I'm very thankful I got my favorite anime fight scene from that.
Timeless fight. So I don't blame you. What's your number one, Joe? Sif.
My number one, because I'm a huge Gundam fan. The final fight, and you want to keep laughing that you call me Joe?
I'm sorry. Go.
Sif. Sorry. Good.
In Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans, the last fight, Gundam Barbatos versus everyone. The brutality of that pilot, being the boy that he is,
Spoiler. I haven't finished watching it yet.
bro. You've had a taste. That fight was a buffet.
Is that what you wanted us to get to so bad?
Yes,
We'll get there eventually.
like 3 years later.
There was so much to watch.
But all right, I guess it's time to wrap it up, boys. This has been fun. Obviously, throw some of your hot takes in there. What do you think? Do you think that I'm crazy that the Hulk might beat Broly? You might think that. You think that Frank is just crazy enough to believe that Broly is just gonna whoop him?
Do you think I'm being stubborn?
I think you are. So
Probably, but I don't care.
No, I'm just collateral damage.
I'll survive.
we'll see you next time. All right, I'm Manny.
I'm Frank.
Collateral damage, Joe. Seth.
We out, boy.